Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we were declared on by this fine gentleman up here. Now there's a few things we can do about this. He has these allies here. With his allies, like it was saying that he had like 44,000. There may be some that end up joining this war. He doesn't have that much right now. Right now we can pretty easily take him on. We can also call our own allies to war. So we'll bring in this guy, we'll bring in this guy, and we'll bring in this guy. Cool. So they will join, and we're also at 8 out of 11 for our domain. Now, we were going to work on pulling back these three. That was the plan. But with this war, we can put that on hold. We can definitely pull back these very easily, these barony level titles. We can revoke these completely for free, and these will increase our troop count by a decent amount, because these are military holdings. So we're going to revoke these holdings for now. And it's going to be these. So that brings us up to 30,000. Beautiful. Next, the question is, how many troops is he actually going to bring in here? I'm also looking at his men-at-arms count. Noted. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. We've got a decent amount of cash and a lot of income. Economically, we outweigh him, but he's got more cash built up right now. How long to raise here? 21 days? We should have notice of them passing through up here. I'm going to tick forward. And these guys are joining the war. Fantastic. So now we have 36,000. And now we have still 36,000. His allies join. So this guy is 6,000. He's up to 38,000. He hired mercs, didn't he? He has some mercs, for sure. Okay, this is in Drylands. Noted. So this guy's only 6,000. So 6,000 plus 9,000, or rather plus 3,000 for his mercs. That's where those numbers came from. Okay. So they're here. When will they arrive? 7 days, 6 days. So we can't actually contest this. We're going to raise up back over here in these hills. We're going to raise up all of our troops here. We are also potentially going to look at hiring a few additional mercs. Let's see. We've got crossbowmen that counter heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, and archer cavalry. And bowmen that counter skirmishers. Those are our options. He's got light cavalry. But really, more than anything, he has a lot of light footmen. So archers would counter those. Okay, so we'd go for like these guys, or more specifically, these guys. So we hire them in. Do we have access to a holy order? We do not. Okay. So we're going to raise up our forces and see how spread out he is. Fascinating. Okay, so this guy is a Reaver and a Desert Warrior. So we have good advantages in the desert. And he is our best commander. They are somewhat spread out. We're going to walk up over this way. They are just starting to siege. Hey, look at this. These guys are embarking. We let them walk in. And now we walk up over here. This is a huge mistake on his part. This is enormous. So we win this battle. Easy. And our wife is pregnant at the same time. Cool. So at this point, let's look at what we've got here. He's down to 28,000. He lost 10,000 soldiers in that encounter. That's huge. We also captured one of his heirs. Okay. Ticking war score will be on our side. I'm wondering where our allies are. They're a ways away. Okay, if we go up here and start sieging, we're going to have some supply limit issues. How long will this siege take? We're actually fighting. I didn't expect them to be retreating to here. But I love it. This is great. And then with these guys coming in, yeah. That's fantastic. So this siege is going to be 7 months. How many troops do we need to siege this? 750. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to split off all of our men-at-arms. And we're going to split off... Actually, I'm going to do it this way. We're going to keep around 10... Actually, what's the supply limit here? 9,000? We'll keep about this here. These guys are going to back off. I want to make sure that we have a siege leader here. This guy will do. We do have an available perk here. We'll take golden obligations. We're still making money, so this is fine. We're now going to split this up into... Looks like 2 would be plenty. So split in half. That does mean it'll take a little while to respond up here, but we have plenty of scouting information. We'll know if they're coming back in. We've got time. So we're going to replenish, We managed to sway this guy. Or actually, this guy? I think this guy. 50%. Okay, noted. So we see these guys embarking over here. That's not very threatening at this moment. What is their plan? Landing here? I feel like that's a bad idea. But there's nowhere else along this coast to land for them. Out over here is an even worse idea. Okay, they are going out this way. So that's not going to get them any ticking war score. And they're quite spread out. Checking in on their numbers. Okay, noted. Okay. So, we are outnumbered here right now. The question is, do we think that these guys are sufficiently far away that we win this right now? I think the answer to that is yes, if we hire additional mercs. So if we were to go for, say... I would like... say these guys. So that'll put us negative. Let's go in here. And we can also raise any additional troops that we don't already have and bring them in. These guys are all going to group up. The question is, do we win this in time? Do we do enough damage that these troops don't matter? That's the question here, and I don't know the answer to that one. It's a possibility. But I think it's going to be no. It's a no. So we're going to retreat here. That is deeply unfortunate, but it's fine. We finish up this siege. They are following us directly here. Okay. So they're following us directly. We do have to win this war. We can bring these reinforcements in. These guys are a ways behind, but it's going to get grim when they get there. We're going to have to go further into debt. And that's okay. We can grab some camels and some archers here. We're going to hire these guys, and we're going to also hire these heavy cavalry. We're getting pretty far into debt here. There's no doubt about that. But we finish up this siege, and we now come in here. Are these guys locked in? No, they are embarking. When do they leave? 29 days, 29 days, 7 days, 29, 28. Okay, so we're going to bring these guys in. They have decided they don't want to do this. It says we'll probably lose. I don't necessarily agree with that. So I think we want to arrive there on 18 August is the day we want to arrive there. So we go now. So they're going to have a number of their troops that head out this direction. We have numbers. I think we do win this. But we allowed these guys to leave. And now they come back in. They have a malice, though, and we win this fight. I'm glad I let them leave. That was definitely the right call. Our allies show up. Cool. We actually just captured another heir there. We're at 85% war score right now. Okay. We're just going to recover here. Actually, I will send these guys up to siege here. And we are going to park up over this way-ish. We can divide in half. And send a force up here to recover. Something kind of like this. Cool. So we'll begin the siege. We're at 89%. I see them heading down this way. I'm going to put this guy in charge for siege purposes. The question is, do we care about them heading down this way? They went this way and then immediately turned back. That's interesting. And now they're coming into siege here. I see these forces over this way. They're not doing anything at this moment. Wait. Oh, they occupied down here. I didn't notice this force, I guess. So we're going to then have to respond to this. Okay. I definitely did not notice this force. We should be able to cap that back very quickly and then make our way up over this way. That's going to be the goal. Okay, 2 months on this siege. That looks good. Who do we have leading this? This guy? Okay, I want this guy in charge. And then we're going to head up over here. These guys are very spread out. Sure, show them in. We could definitely use the 50 gold. Okay, let's finish up this siege. That'll give us ticking back. We lost a lot of war score recently. Interesting. Apparently we no longer have his heirs. Fascinating. Well, we're going to make our way up over here. These guys do take that back. But we're going to come fight here. They're pretty spread out again. So we're looking to just do enough damage before all of his troops get here, and we succeed. That's great. He trickled in too slow, and we win that. So now we're going to look to take this back. At this point, he would be willing to accept a white piece. Are we willing to accept a white piece? I feel like no. We're going to seize all of the gold. And I'm going to leave behind a skeleton force over here right now. So we're going to leave behind our onagers and a single unit of levies, this unit. The rest of these troops are going to head up over here. I want to prevent them from crossing over here. This looks ideal. Okay, so we fight them here. They bring in their forces, but they're too slow. As expected. Perfect. We siege this back, no problem. Okay. Now we're going to resupply. While we finish up this siege. Beautiful. So we're at 46% war score here. This is definitely a bit of a complicated war, no doubt about that, but we're easily winning it now. So we finished that up. We're going to bring these guys up over here. Our mercenary contract is expiring with the Union of the Swords. I think that's okay. Okay, so we're at 67% war score here. I want to bring this force up to here and begin a siege there. While I really don't like this positioning. Ah, they're making this play again. Got it. We're going to head down over this way. They're caught in a bit of a loop here, it seems. So, they're going to come over here. And now they're coming up over this direction. Okay, so by moving this direction, we kind of baited them into coming up here to attack this siege force. However, we're going to intercept a significant portion of their troops here. Never mind, we're not going to intercept them. We didn't get there in time, but we did get there in time to do this. We still win the battle. We did just discover windmills, and that's something we'll have to deal with eventually. But for the moment, let's... do we want to do urbanization? No. We want to do castle baileys, so that's fine. We're 80% war score here. Okay. This castle is going to take a long time to siege down. This is a lower level castle over here. And they've been trying to come down here to embark, so let's join our allies in sieging here. I think they're making the right call. Okay, our son was stillborn. We'll bite our lips and try to stay focused. That did... Did we lose our wife? We did. Okay, that explains it. So let's sort by stewardship skill. That is not great. Our current wife is 10, with our secondary spouse being 17 and 6. 19 is not ideal. 19 stewardship is not as much as I would have liked. But we will make her our primary spouse. And you're on managed domain? Yes. So that means we're going to have to hand out one of these. Not ideal, but it's fine. Okay, so 8 months on this siege. And I think this is fine. They're currently up over here and walking this direction. So we've broken their loop that they were in. War Profiteer is definitely something I want to do right now to start working our way out of debt, although we're not going to be at war for too much longer. We will need the War Profiteer eventually anyway. So it'll be fine. We can make use of it for as long as possible. And they're just kind of running around up here. They don't really know what to do. They're looking to attack us here. This is in hills. So our desert warrior may not be the best that we've got here. I think he is. The real question is, how spread out are they? Not very. Not very at all. Okay. So we'll retreat here. You can retreat too. Okay. So we're heading on out of there. We have a dangerous faction right now. Let's just white piece this. I'm tired of this war. We would get like 4,000 gold out of winning the war outright, but I'm okay with white piecing it. At this point, with this dangerous faction brewing, we just need to get out of here. So war is over. That's fine. We fought them to a standstill. We'll decline this, and we should have this dangerous faction no longer be a thing as we start to replenish. So that'll be fine. I want to check in at this guy. So his title revocation is at 84%. We can probably boost that to some degree. These mercs can expire. That's fine. Okay, he was not swayed there. That's unfortunate. We'll lose a little bit of stress. He's up to 89 now. Cool. So I would like to boost this guy's opinion of us a little bit. We do need a new marshal here. There we go. That'll work. If we had won this battle here, if they had been a little bit more spread out, or if I hadn't have gotten greedy, we probably could have gotten the 4,000 gold. Or if their heir hadn't have gotten out of our prison somehow, that would have worked too. But it did, and it's fine. We're not in any major... no major problems from that. So that's okay. So at this point, if we were to revoke this title, 85% chance of acceptance. Okay. On decline, all of these people would rebel, so that's not really worth it. We're up to 90 now. He's still upset because we forced his divorce. 91. So that brings us up to 86%. We can bring this up by a few more percent, and I definitely want to let our troops replenish here. Keep in mind that we are paying to reinforce our men-at-arms right now. Or actually, no, we're not, because we're in debt. That's the way that works. Our income will drop once we come out of debt. That's right. So we can demand payment from this guy. Consider it done. We are currently in debt. We can also ransom a few prisoners, and these prisoners are completely acceptable to ransom. Done. We're just about out of debt at this point. Now we are officially out of debt. That's great. This guy brought us 225 gold. So we're doing well on our gold count now. This guy's up to 96 opinion. He's almost maxed. 94% chance of acceptance here. So that's the best we're going to get. We will revoke this title. If we fail this 6% roll, I'm going to be kind of upset. Really? There was a 6% chance of that. Okay, well, this is not necessarily the worst thing, because these guys rebelled. So how many troops in total do they have? A lot. Okay, these guys will arrive in 9 days. We get all of our troops in 18. Well, that's just our men-at-arms. Okay. We're going to raise up here. We're going to look to knock this guy out of the war. But I can't believe we failed a 6% roll there. That's a lot. Okay. So we need to keep these guys as separate as we can. We're going to walk down over this way into Fazaz. And we're now going to split off a siege force. These guys are going to head out here and fight this force. That's a merc force. And there we go. These guys are locked in here. Looks good. So we'll fight them separately. And all of these guys are grouping up over here. Noted. So if we walk up here, we should easily win this. No problem. Beautiful. These guys are pretty late. And there we go. An easy victory there. So we need to continue getting these victories, right? They have access to a lot of troops. And there's those troops coming in. Basically everyone rebelled on a 6% chance. Disgusting. We're going to head down over this way. I want to finish up this siege. This guy is, of course, the war leader. And he's in this capital. So we've got 7 months left on that siege. We have a large breach. If we were to assault, it would add 45.4 siege progress and cause 200 casualties per day. 15 days, so 3,000 casualties. I really don't think we can afford 3,000 casualties, is the thing. We can call allies into this war, of course, and we should. The longer we go here, the fewer casualties this will end up taking. And I'm interested in seeing what their plan is over here. With any luck, we'll capture the war leader and just end the war that way. Let's grab Hergeld here to increase our income slightly. And I'm just watching these guys move for the time being. We've got 4 months left on this siege. Okay, so they're all grouped up over here. We're kind of gambling that we end up winning the war from this siege. That's the goal here. Fingers crossed. This war shouldn't have happened. It was a 6% chance, but here we are. And we did not win the war from that siege. So they're walking in here. Can we get out? 13 days. They arrive here in 10 days? Yeah, the battle's in 7. We can get here in 7 days. From there, we would go, like, down here. Okay. So they are looking to go to our capital, which is in Drylands. We can make our way up over here, like so. Once we're there, we drop a rally point here. We let them siege for the moment. We stick to these mountains. Raise up anything else we've got. Okay, so they're multi-sieging here. All of them are fairly close together. What do they have for men-at-arms? Okay, noted. So presumably they have a bunch of mercs hired. Yeah. We're going to go into debt again. Hiring these guys. Bringing us up to 30,000 troops here. So they've got broadly similar troop counts. We head in, we'll get the defensive bonus here. Now that's in Drylands, and this guy is very good at that. He's going to have a faith hostility advantage as well, but this guy's the correct faith, so that's not going to be an issue. They don't want to fight this now. I don't blame them, but we're going to fight them. They're piling in, but they lose. This was fully expected. Okay, so they lose that. Now we can head up over this way and do some more sieging. In the meantime, of course, we're going to want to reinforce our troops. And we are in debt. That's to be expected. So 16 months on this siege, that's a long siege. And that's because we have high-level forts. So we're at 54% war score right now. Okay. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will look to put down this rebellion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unizel, Kadra, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.